Hey Cougars, how's it going? Welcome back. Next series of videos we're going to go through is how to use our online textbook. A lot of us have never used an online textbook, so we need to know what this thing will do for us and what actually makes it better than a normal paper textbook that we would use. So, as the intro said, log in to learntci.com, put in my email, your password, all of those things that we've gone through in earlier videos, and let's see what we've got. Now, across the top, table of contents, text, notebook, lesson games, blah, blah, blah. We're going to focus on text today. That's all. Keep this video short and sweet. So, we're in chapter 1, section 2, because section 1 is an intro, doesn't have everything we need it to do. Section 2, migration routes of the first Americans. Now, the beauty part of this textbook. This is exactly what you would see if you were using the paper textbook. See, there's the paper textbook, and we were on page 6 and 7. Page 6 and 7, right there, migration route. See? Same textbook, same map, same everything. But this textbook is better. And here's why. First, I love to read. But I understand some of you, reading is not your favorite thing to do in the world. You have to realize reading is required. You're going to have to know how to do it. You're going to have to maybe not love it, but at least do it. But while we get there, here's what this textbook can do to help you out. First, if reading's not your strong suit and you would like someone to read the textbook for you, you can do one of two things. You can either pay your friend Vincent can read it for you, or you can click the play button. Now, you won't be able to hear this, but if you click the play button at home, you will hear what it says. Section 2, migration routes. I'm trying to do karaoke, and it's not really, it's kind of going slow. But as you can see, it reads word for word in a kind of cheesy computer voice what you're going to be seeing. So we stopped it. It's still reading it in my ears, but I can get over it. You get to a blue underlined word. That means it's a hyperlink. You click on it. It gives you the definition of that word. That is one of the vocabulary words for chapter 1. Now, if you've got to write something or create something and you want to make sure you hit the big ideas, the main ideas in the textbook, you can click on main ideas and it will bring up in blue the main ideas of this chapter. Pretty handy. One of the things that I really like about this is you can actually take notes in the textbook. If this was the paper textbook and I caught you writing in it, it'd be a problem. But with this, you can actually tell it to take notes. It'll open a little box. You can type, write down your note, click save, and it will save your notes. Later on, we'll look at the note section up top. It will actually show you the notes you have for each chapter. For those of you who like to take notes, this will be incredibly handy. For those of you who don't like to take notes, this will be incredibly handy. Okay, last thing we're going to look at for this chapter, for how to use the actual text, well, second to last thing we're going to look at is Spanish. If you click Spanish, it will convert the textbook into Spanish. And if you are more comfortable speaking Spanish or reading Spanish, this is going to be helpful. You can also hit play and it will read it in Spanish. How awesome is that? Well, for me, I think it's fantastic. Okay, last thing we're going to look at. Let's look at the graphic. You've got a map here, migration routes of the first Americans. If you click on it, it will theoretically, sorry about that, had to go do a little troubleshooting. There we go. It'll bring up a map. It's the same map that is in the normal size part of the textbook, but it has a magnifying glass, so if you really want to get down in on it and look at things, you can do that. Has the text that goes underneath the map. Everything is perfect. Okay, so that is the text section of your online textbook. Next episode, we will look at notebook. Until then, see y'all later, Cougars.